Broadcasting live from the Riddix OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Fordyce Center in Bellevue. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as we kick off Week 4 of the 2023-2024 GNASH regular season. As tonight we bring you a Tier 2 game between Station Camp Liberty Creek and Summit Page. Summit Page, the last team that we have to cover this season. So after tonight we'll have hit up all 16 teams at least once in this young season, and then we can start focusing on the promotion or mid-season promotion relegation storylines. Starting on Wednesday night with the, weird to say this, Father Ryan Brentwood game. But tonight our focus is on Tier 2. As for the second straight night, we cover Station Camp Liberty Creek as they get ready to take on Summit Page. Summit Page playing for the first time in 3 weeks. Their only game of the regular season was 3 weeks ago tonight against Centennial. They have been off ever since. They're finally hitting the ice to get the other 6 games of their first half schedule in, and they finish the first half of the regular season on the final night of the first half of the regular season, November the 8th. All right, let us take care of our usual pregame business, and that is going over the scores from last week, and we've got one game in the books tonight, and pretty dramatic finish to that one. There were only 3 games last week because most of the league was on fall break. Last Monday, Tennessee Outlaws and Hendersonville Beach Gallatin ended in a 4-4 tie. Then on Wednesday night, Hendersonville Beach Gallatin picked up their first win of the season, beating Station Camp Liberty Creek 1-0. And then Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill picked up their first win of the season, defeating Rutherford Rampage 4-0. And the first game of tonight, there are only 2 tonight. This is the second one, and that's it for the action this evening. Hendersonville Beach Gallatin and Centennial ending in a 4-4 tie. Pretty crazy finish. Hendersonville were up 3-2 with about 2.5 minutes to go. Centennial scored. I didn't see who scored. And then just over a minute later, Brendan Mitchell gave Centennial a 4-3 lead. Then with a net empty, Hendersonville, Dom Harpole of Hendersonville fired a shot into the roof of the Centennial net from the left half wall to tie the game up at 4, and that is how it finished. So a 4-4 tie between Hendersonville and Centennial. So Centennial still winless, by the way. As we move on to the standings, first up Tier 1, Franklin, who haven't played in 12 days and won't play again until next Monday night against MBA. They are 4-0 atop Tier 1. MBA, who played twice this week, are at 3-0 in second. Father Ryan, 2-0 in third. Mount Juliet, Wilson, Central Green Hill, and Ravenwood both at 1-2. Mount Juliet are ahead of Ravenwood because their goal difference is better, -3 to -4. They haven't played each other yet. Pope Prep MLK GCA in 6th at 1-3. Rutherford Rampage in 7th at 0-2. Brentwood down at the bottom of Tier 1 at 0-3. That is still weird to look at. Tier 2, Ensworth, Nolensville, Lipscomb leading at 3-0. USNBA Nashville Christian in 2nd at 2-0-1. 2 wins and a tie. Hendersonville Beach Gallatin with a tie tonight, now 1-1-2. 1 win and a tie, so they're up to 4 points. They're up to 3rd. Tennessee Outlaws now dropped to 4th at 1-0-1. 1 win and 1 tie. Summit Page in 5th at 1-0. Station Camp Liberty Creek and Centennial now both at 0-2-1. 2 losses and a tie. Let's see, Centennial now have 10 goals scored and 15 allowed, so their goal difference is still -5. Still better than Station Camp Liberty Creek's, who's at -8. And Independence Ravenwood, 2 at the bottom of Tier 2 at 0-3. And again, the schedule for this evening, only 2 games, both here on the Terry Crisbrink in Bellevue. And the game between Hendersonville Beach Gallatin and Centennial just wrapped up. Should have gotten started at 5:15, ended in a 4-4 tie. And coming up in a few minutes, Station Camp Liberty Creek taking on Summit Page. Okay, so let's talk about the 2 teams playing tonight's game. First up, Station Camp Liberty Creek, coached by Joe Siciliano. Have had a rough start to the season so far. 5-5 tie with USNBA Nashville Christian FRA Goodpasture back on September 25th. They were up 5-4 until Brody Wells scored the game-tying goal with 7 seconds to go. And then 2 nights later, September 27th, lost 7-0 to Ensworth, Nolensville, Lipscomb, and then last Wednesday they lost 1-0 to Hendersonville Beach Gallatins. So here are the station camp stats coming into tonight. Toby Mahaffey, the team's leading scorer. Actually, they have 2 players with 2 points. Toby Mahaffey has 2 points from goals. Mikey Bernier with 2 points from assists. Austin Gibbons, Joey Siciliano, and Tommy Siciliano each with a point from a goal. On to goalie play, Carter Galeese has started all 3 games, so his record matches the team's 0-2-1. He's played just over 100 minutes because he got pulled after giving up the 5th goal in the Ensworth game. Goals against average of 4.62. No shutouts, obviously. He's allowed 11 goals on 82 shots, turned away the other 71. His save percentage in the regular season so far is 87. And Keaton Howard took over from Galeese in net in that Ensworth game, finished it off. So because the lead never changed hands, it was a no decision. So his record still shows 0-0. He's played 24.25 minutes, goals against average of 3.46. Allowed 2 goals on 16 shots, turned away the other 14. His save percentage in the regular season so far is 88. Now on to Summit Page, and again, this is the first time we're seeing them in season, so we've got to talk about their makeup during or their off-season transitions. So they graduated quite a few big name players last year. Key members of their Henry Hine Cup winning team from 2022, when of course they were co-oping with Station Camp. They said goodbye to Jackson Crawford, Mason McKinnon. They said goodbye to Mason Breedlove as a player, but he is on the bench as an assistant coach this year, so he didn't completely go away. They also graduated Jacob Wagner, Jacob Placentia, Caden Cross, Evan Duffy, Nathan White. But they get back quite a few talented players. They get back Daniel Lawrence for 1 more year, James Gilmartin, Hudson Halters, Cam White back for 1 more year, Hunter Haley. They get Zach Ellis back for another year. So pretty good team still, and I think they will be one of the 3 big contenders for mid-season promotion to Tier 2, the other 2 being Ensworth. I think Ensworth are definitely going up. Ensworth have a very good shot at going up with a 7-0 record. I think Summit and the Outlaws will be fighting over the other spot in Tier 1, or mid-season promotion to Tier 1. Anyway, Summit have only played 1 game. That was 3 weeks ago tonight against Centennial. They won 7-3, so here are their stats. Hunter Haley with 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. James Gilmartin with 3 points from assists. Zach Ellis, 2 points from goals. Cody Lightfoot and Aiden Garner each with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Hudson Halters with a point from a goal. And Cam White and Zach Peterson each with a point from an assist. And moving into goalie stats, Seth Wagner played that game, so his record 1-0, played the full 42 minutes, allowed 3 goals and 18 shots, turned over the other 15. So his save percentage in the regular season so far is 83. Of course, these 2 teams have not played each other since the first night of eliminations in the Henry Hine Cup. Summit Page beat Station Camp 7-6. Station Camp almost made the comeback as the officials are making their way onto the ice. And now the Station Camp players make their way out. And the the Summit players are right behind them. And I'm going to pop over and ask Summit parent a couple questions about the team. So there's someone for Summit wearing number 67, but it's blank on the back. So it's not someone's regular sweater. I think I'm about to get my answer. He's wearing number 67? Okay, so Cam White's wearing number 67. He's listed as number 6 on the roster. He was number 16 last year. So Wednesday night we'll be in Antioch to see Father Ryan take on Brentwood. Again, Brentwood 0-3 to start the year, and I don't know, some folk think that they can't bounce back from that. I've been fooled by Brentwood before. But I don't know, man. They may not be able to come back from this one. We'll see. If they lose their next 3 games, Wednesday night against Ryan, next Monday night against Pope here at Bellevue, and then Wednesday night the 25th against Mount Juliet, they will be going down. They will be relegated to Tier 2. But that is a long way off. Pregame 7:25 for a 7:30 face-off, and then Friday night, the doubleheader on Rank B at Centennial. We've got first up at 6:30, 6:25 pregame. Rutherford taking on Pope. Big game for both teams. Rutherford need a win. Pope only have 1 win. If they win, that'll be 2, and I think that'll have them being safe in Tier 1 for the rest of the season because Franklin managed to stay up on 4 points last year. And then 8 o'clock face-off, 7:55 pregame for Father Ryan taking on MBA. MBA play Mount Juliet Wednesday night, and if they beat them, both they and Franklin will claim spots in Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season and Predators Cup berths. Of course, they have to win that game first. No other result will do. Keaton Howard's going to start in goal for Station Camp Liberty Creek. Brady Tessier going to start in goal for Summit Page. For this first period, Summit Page will carry the puck from my left to right. Station Camp Liberty Creek from my right to left as Brady Tessier had to take the bag of pucks back to the bench from the crease. So a slight delay in that. As the game is underway, Summit win the draw and dump it into the Station Camp zone. Bison able to quickly clear it. Daniel Lawrence backhanding it over to the near side. James Gilmartin sweeping it back into the Station Camp zone. Now he's got it, trying to move to the slot. Took a bump from Joey Siciliano and fell to one knee and lost the puck. Puck out at center on the far side. Now it's in the Summit zone. Jonah Ferguson with it. Trying to backhand it over to the far side. Sent back over to the near side. James Gilmartin trying to get it up the wall. Joey Siciliano with it, and he shoots it past the net to the left of Tessier. Held in by Toby Mahaffey. Sent around the boards of the near side. James Gilmartin trying to clear it out. Held in at the left point by Mason Campbell, but he gets hit, and the puck is out at center. Sent back into the Summit zone. Cleared out immediately. Puck on the far side at center. Mahaffey sending it to the near side so he can go to the bench for a change, but it's tapped in by Jonah Ferguson. Too hard, though. Now Sean Scott behind the Station Camp net with it. Drops it out in front, and Hudson Halters with a backhander that is turned away, I think, by Keaton Howard. And now out at center with a puck is McLean Gregg into the Summit zone. Puck behind the Summit net. Picked up by Aiden Meyer. Backhanding it ahead to Sean Scott, who has room to skate. Scott down the Station Camp slot, and his shot misses the net. And the rebound whiffed on by Halters near the left-hand side of the net. He tried to go backhand, and he whiffed on it. Now back the other way is Patrick McCarthy into the Summit zone. Puck poked away from him. Elijah Selby in the left wing corner. Puck comes up the wall to Halters. Halters banks it off the near boards and out. And down it goes for an icing. 11:59. It took the first 2 minutes and 1 second off the clock. 11:59 to go in the first. Draw going to be to the right of Brady Tessier. Won by Summit. It's out at center. Cam White with it. Far side. Into the Station Camp zone on the left wing. Taking a shot from the left circle, and it missed the net. Held in by Colin Breedlove, younger brother of former Summit player and now assistant coach Mason Breedlove. And the puck taken away and cleared out by Mark White. Chased down and picked up by Cody Lightfoot. Now Zach Ellis sending it back into the Station Camp zone, and Lightfoot could have gotten to the slot with it, but he lost it. Mark White trying to pass ahead to Connor Jenny. It's knocked away from him. Back in the Station Camp zone, Aiden Kramer passing it over to Mason Campbell, who tried to clear. Hunter Haley touched it, but he came in offside and had to let it go. Station Camp clear it out. Summit take it right back. Here's Zach Ellis. Ellis, right wing side of the Station Camp zone, leaves it for Cam White. One-timer missed the net to the left of Keaton Howard. Mark White clears the puck out. Colin Breedlove will pick it up. Passing it up the near side. Cam White deflects it into the Station Camp zone towards the front of the net. Mason clear it away. Held into the right point. Jonah Ferguson is shot off the left leg pad of Howard. Puck out at center. That's in the Summit zone. Braden Croxford with it. His shot blocked. Actually hit a body and went past the net. Puck out on the far boards. And it's going to be carried out by Daniel Lawrence. Tried to stretch pass to James Gilmartin at the Station Camp blue line, but he couldn't get his stick on it. Puck now in the Summit zone. Jonah Ferguson dropping it down the wall to Lawrence. Giving him room. Lawrence will send it back around to the near side, and Ferguson ahead to Gilmartin. And he whiffed on the pass attempt. It comes over to Braden Croxford, who's able to dump it back deep. Puck comes back around the wall to the near or far side and out. Austin Givens passing it across to Andrew Grooms, who gives it away. Aiden Garner inside the station camp zone. Puck came to the front of the net and had to be knocked away by Howard. Puck out at center. Summit trying to regain control. Joyce Siciliano from atop the red line sends it into the Summit zone. Icing waved off. It should have been because he was right on top of the red line. Braden Owen, left wing side of the station camp zone. Shot missed the net to the right of Howard. Held in by Gilmartin. Puck behind the net. Owen getting knocked down. Puck comes around to the near boards, and Elijah Selby again trying to send it to the front of the net. Was blocked and cleared. Puck now in the Summit zone, but immediately brought out by Selby. Tried to pass it over to Preston Hart. It went off Mahaffey. Braden Owen pushing it into open space, but it's sent back the other way by Austin Givens. Selby tracks it down. Passes to the far side, and now Hart with it at center. Ahead to Sean Scott, but it went behind Scott's skates, allowing Austin Givens to take the puck away and send it back into the Summit zone. Toby Mahaffey had it poked away from just in front of the blue line. Summit sending it back towards the station camp net. Slowed down right in front of the net and was right near the net, and Keaton Howard pushed it away. Clearing attempt hit Aiden Meyer, and we get a whistle. We're going to have a roughing call, our first penalty of the game. Clearing attempt hit Aiden Meyer right in the chest. And the penalty is going to be against who? Joey Siciliano, I think. I think that's who they're telling to get in the box, or is it someone on the station camp bench? It's someone on the station camp bench. It's Andrew Grooms. So Summit get the first power play of the game. No goals on the board yet. 8:13 to go in the first. Draw is going to be to the right of Keaton Howard. One by Summit. Cam White at the left point, who just held the puck in atop the blue line, but then he gives it away to McLean Gregory, who manages to send it deep into the Summit zone. White with it. White out at center, passing to the near side. Zach Ellis, now right wing side of the station camp zone, taking a shot that I think hit Mason Campbell and went past the net. Puck out on the far wall and cleared by the Bison. Puck behind the Summit net. Brady Tessier gives it away to Cam White. White out to center, backhands it ahead to James Gilmartin. Gilmartin right wing side of the station camp zone, tried to pass it back to White. White out high with it. Right out of the blue line, taking a slap shot, score! Cam White from the center point with a big slap shot. It finds its way into the roof of the net. And Summit convert the power play and go up 1-0 with 7:25 to go in the first. Cam White with a big slap shot that ended up in the roof of the net. I wonder if that's going to be an unassisted goal, because there was a station camp player who had it on his stick for about a moment. Draw one by station camp. Mark White brings it into the Summit zone, gets off a shot that's stopped by Brady Tessier. Then he flips the rebound up in the air. Tessier had to knock it away with his glove. So Summit score and then almost immediately give up the tying goal. Here's Hudson Halters clearing the puck out. Picked up by Austin Givens. Sent back the other way by Dylan Karanjeff. This could be an icing against Station Camp. It will be. But Station Camp getting so close to scoring right off the faceoff after the Summit goal. 6:52 left in the first. 1-0 Summit. Draw was to the left of Howard. It's out at center, Colin Breedlove. Trying to get it back in the station camp zone. Here's Aiden Meyer. Backhanding it up the wall to Breedlove. Passing it down low to the inboards. Sean Scott kicking away at it. Picked up by Austin Givens. Clears it out. Mark White at center, passing to the far side. Sam Wiseman deflects it into the Summit zone. Cleared out by Reeve Gable. Puck carried back into the Summit zone, and there's a Summit or Station Camp player without a stick. It was Mark White, and there's going to be a penalty against Summit. Aiden Myers going to go to the box. It's either for slashing, holding, or interference. Ref had his back to me and had his hands in front of his chest. Either way, Station Camp going to the power play for the first time in this one, trailing 1-0 with 6:07 to go in the first. Draw is going to be to the left of Brady Tessier. Draw one by Summit. A clearing attempt hit a Station Camp shin, so McLean Gregory has it out high. Passing it to Austin Givens, center point, over to the left wing side, and a one-timer shanked by Joey Siciliano. Puck comes back to him at the left point, and his shot is stopped by Tessier. Rebound cleared out of the zone. Now the puck's off the boards and going back to the Station Camp zone on goal. Keaton Howard has to stop and cover it. Draw to the right of Howard. One by Station Camp. Givens passing to the near side. Joey Siciliano. Siciliano carries it out to center. Sent back the other way by the Spartans. Puck came over to Toby Mahaffey, and he let it go right past him. Cleared out of the Summit zone again. And now pushed into the Station Camp end. Austin Givens battling with Hunter Haley. Givens gets away from him. Drops it back to Siciliano. Joey Siciliano. Now Givens. Up the near side, Mahaffey. Drops it back, McLean Gregory. Dumps it into the Summit zone. Under a minute left in the power play. Puck out on the far boards. And McLean Gregory taking a push from Daniel Lawrence. Tries to clear, and a one-timer from the right point as it came up to Siciliano. Misses the net to the left of Tessier. Austin Givens left point. His shot knocked down and went off of Tessier. Now a shot from the left point, and Givens misses the net to Tessier's right. 30 seconds left in the power play. Puck comes in front and whiffed on by Tommy Siciliano. Now puck up at the left point. Givens trying to pass it down the wall. Givens left point. His shot steered away by Tessier. Rebound. Oh, hit the outside of the net. Puck held in, left point. Givens another shot. I think it was blocked in front by Daniel Lawrence, and the puck cleared out. Givens had just to wait on his teammates. Penalty time against Summit is up there back at even strength. Joey Siciliano brings it back into the Summit zone. Left wing side, a shot stopped and held on to by Brady Tessier. 3:59 to go in the first, still 1-0 Summit. Draw is going to be to Tessier's right. Station Camp, one player short. Joey Siciliano forced to return to the ice. And they kicked him off the faceoff dot for Patrick McCarthy. Draw one by Summit. Elijah Selby passing ahead up the far side to Cody Lightfoot. Lightfoot brings it into the Station Camp zone. Tried to send it to the front of the net for Cam White. And that was broken up. Puck comes up the wall to the right point. Selby holds it in. Passes over to the far side, Ellis. Ellis, left wing corner, pushed into the boards. And the puck came out in front, intercepted and carried out by Patrick McCarthy. McCarthy, left wing side of the Summit zone, gets round a defender, but the puck poked off his stick. As coming into play some defense there was Zach Peterson. Now a chance for Lightfoot. He's on a breakaway. The Station Camp zone shot, score! Puck came out at center to the near side. Cody Lightfoot was the first to get there, and he pulled away from a couple of Station Camp defenders, able to fire it into the back of the net and give Summit a 2-0 lead with 3:14 to go in the first. Draw one by Summit. Zach Peterson. Left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Trying to flip it in front of James Gilmartin, who backhands it through the crease and past the net to the left of Howard. Aiden Garner with a shot off the skate of Andrew Grooms and over the net. Puck out near the left point. Cleared out by Station Camp. Here's Garner backing up towards his own blue line and decides to move it. He'll bring it back into the Station Camp zone in the slot, but he had it poked away by Andrew Grooms. Nice back checking there. Puck in the right wing corner, passed up to the right point, and Selby. Selby's shot hit the shins of Sam Wiseman. Puck out on the far boards, Braden Croxford. Tried to pass ahead to Sam Wiseman. Puck sent back into the Station Camp zone. Picked up and carried out by Croxford. Sent back into the Summit end. And Elijah Selby behind his own net. Carries it up the far side, ahead to Hunter Haley. Haley passing over to James Gilmartin. Gilmartin, left it behind him. Puck hit a Station Camp player, poke at the puck, and he ended up leaving it behind him as he brought it into the Station Camp zone, offside the call. 2:06 to go in the first, still 2-0 Summit. Draw on the dot in front of the Station Camp bench, won by Summit. Aiden Meyer, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Put the puck out in front, and a soft backhander went past the net to the right of Howard. That was from Hudson Halters. Puck out on the far side. Connor Jenny trying to clear. Big battle for it at the left point. We're going to get a penalty. And it's going to be against Mark White. Roughing. So Summit returned to the power play up 2-0 with 1:48 to go in the first. Draw is going to be to the right of Keaton Howard. Won by Summit. Tried to pass it back to the blue line. Toby Mahaffey broke it up and kept it away from Jonah Ferguson. Daniel Lawrence with it now, carrying it through center. Sean Scott sends it into the Station Camp zone. McLean Gregory with it, trying to clear. Daniel Lawrence jumps up like a basketball player, blocking a shot to knock it down. He's carrying it down the right wing wall. We're going to get another penalty against Station Camp here. Puck finally touched up by the Bison. McLean Gregory to the box for roughing. So a two-man advantage for Summit Page. 94 seconds left on that. 81 seconds to go in the period. Summit Page up 2-0. Draw to the left of Keaton Howard. Won by Summit. Aiden Garner out on the blue line. Passing to the left circle, Cam White, who has one of the two goals. The power play goal. The first goal for Summit was a power play goal. Aiden Garner again. High slot passing to the right wing. Cody Lightfoot, who has the most recent Summit goal, leaves it for Garner left point. Back across, Lightfoot. Passing over left wing. One-timer from Cam White off the glove of Howard and over the net. We're inside the final minute of the first. Cody Lightfoot behind the net, hands it off. Zach Ellis. Now a minute left in the 5-on-3. Ellis behind the net. Below the goal line, skating around. Comes around to the left wing side. Out high, passes to the right circle, and Aiden Garner, who can't find it in his skates. Now he does. Fires it back across to Ellis. Fakes a slapper. 30 seconds left in the period. Cam White, top of the left circle, taking a shot, turned away by Howard. Now here's White moving to the right circle. Pass across. Nobody was there. 30 seconds left of the 5-on-4. Here's Ellis. Across to White, right circle. Back across to Lightfoot, who tried to backhand it to the front of the net. It was blocked and cleared away. And that is going to do it. That should do it for the rest of the period. Aiden Garner with a puck passing up the near side. Gil Martin. Cam White dumps it into the Station Camp zone. That is it for the first 12 seconds will be remaining on the 5-on-3 when the second period begins. Cam White and Cody Lightfoot with the goals for Summit Page, who look like they have shaken off the rust after not playing for 3 weeks. They lead Station Camp Liberty Creek 2-0 at the end of one. Ready to go with the second period. Keaton Howard still in goal for Station Camp Liberty Creek. Brady Tessier still in goal for Summit Page for the second period. Station Camp Liberty Creek will carry the puck from my left to right. Summit Page from my right to left. 12 seconds left on the 5-on-3 for Summit as they win the draw and immediately get the puck into the Station Camp zone on the far side. Hunter Haley down the wall. Passing it over to Daniel Lawrence. First penalty is up. It's now 5-on-4 for about 27 seconds. There's a one-timer in the right circle, and Haley, I think, missed the net. 20 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Haley out high, sending it towards the front of the net off the stick of Sean Scott. And I think it bounced past the net without ever touching Keaton Howard. Now Scott backhanding it out to the high slot, and here's a shot from Jonah Ferguson. It was steered away by Howard. And the puck cleared out, and that'll kill off the 5-on-4. Station Camp Liberty Creek back to even strength. A fine penalty kill, double penalty kill by the Bison. Here's Aiden Meyer. Backhanding it over to Sean Scott. Tried to clear, but it's intercepted and fired past the net from out high by Tommy Siciliano. Puck cleared out up the far side. Hunter Haley taps it ahead into open space in the Station Camp zone. He catches up to it. Takes a shot, scores! Hunter Haley, what a play! Poked it past a back-checking Station Camp defender at center. Caught up to it on the right wing. Cut to the net. Actually didn't cut to the net. He sliced through the bottom of the right circle and fires it into the back of the net to give Summit Page a 3-0 lead. 12:55 to go in the second period. Puck sent into the Summit zone from center by Jaden Robertson. Picked up from behind the net by Zach Peterson. Cleared out up the far side. Braden Owen brings it into the Summit zone on the right, Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Knocked off the puck and it's cleared out by Patrick McCarthy. Puck bouncing into the Summit zone on the far side. Hudson Halters with it, passing up the far boards. Patrick McCarthy intercepts left circle, shoots it past the net to the right of Brady Tessier. There's a slap shot from the right half wall and Jaden Robertson that's turned away by Brady Tessier. Now the puck's out at center. Braden Owen with it. Right wing side of the station camp zone, ran into Andrew Grooms, who fell over. Grooms back in his skates, has the puck. Sends it around to the near side. Robertson puts it into open space. Preston Hart had it for a moment. Riley Hunter banks it off the far boards. Michael Gregory flips it out. Picked up by Zach Ellis. Ellis going back deep in his own zone because he's looking for space to skate. Passed it up the, passed it ahead and went off the stick of Patrick McCarthy right at the Summit blue line and all the way down to the other end of the rink because McCarthy touched it. Icy wave off. Now a chance for Mark White as he catches a stretch pass and a shot at the post to the right of Brady Tessier. Mark White suddenly found himself all alone at the Summit blue line, caught a stretch pass, brought it into the zone, and fired it off the post to the right of Tessier from the left circle. And the puck, I think, after that, in the aftermath of that, ended up in the station camp bench. Off a Summit stick, so they'll drop the puck to Tessier's right. 11-12 to go in the second, 3-0. Summit leading, but Mark White so close to getting station camp on the board. Poor station camp, whose last goal was 3 weeks ago tonight against USN. They've been shut out in their last two games. Draw one by station camp, and they give it away. Cam White ahead to Cody Lightfoot, who's already scored. Oh, Lightfoot left it behind him, trying to go down the slot. He has the puck again. Passes across to the far side. Colin Breedlove sends it down the wall. Zach Ellis. Right wing corner gets knocked down. Puck coming up the wall again. Held in Breedlove, and his shot through traffic knocked away by Keaton Howard. Now Cam White out to the slot, and his shot hit Cody Lightfoot. Mark White clears the puck out, gives it away to Colin Breedlove. Tapped off his stick. Now there's a backhander from right in front, and Dylan Karanjeff that's over the net. Now the puck out in front for Connor Jenny, and his shot. Oh! How did he miss? I think he hit the post to the left of Tessier. Now here's Zach Ellis, and the station keeps on the right wing side. Defender fell in front of backhander. He missed. It was Austin Givens who fell in the right circle, giving Ellis that space to the front of the net. But my goodness, Connor Jenny just seconds ago backhanding the puck, I think, off the post to the left of Tessier. Here's Cody Lightfoot in the station camp zone getting knocked off the puck. Jenny out at center, pushes it ahead into the Summit zone. Colin Breedlove beats him to it. Sends it around the kick plate. Here's Reeve Gable trying to clear it out at the far side. Held in Mark White, comes back to Gable. Tapped ahead to Cody Lightfoot, who backhands it out to center. And offside called against Summit as Cam White went into the station camp zone ahead of Aiden Garner, who had the puck. 9:40 to go in the second. Still 3-0 Summit Page. Draw on the dot next to the Smile Direct Club logo. Across from the Summit bench. Oh, and the puck hopped into the station camp zone. And here's James Gilmartin with it. Right circle, a shot. I don't know if that hit a stick or if it just went past the net. Puck out in front, Gilmartin. Oh, he tapped it just wide to the left of Howard. Daniel Lawrence, left point. Hold again, passing it down the left wing to Garner, trying to go back to the slot, intercepted and cleared by Braden Croxford for an icing. Draws to the right of Howard. Won by Summit, but it slides out to center. Daniel Lawrence with it. Passing to the far side, Jonah Ferguson. Now he passes up the far side to James Gilmartin, and the puck sitting on the station camp blue line, but no Summit player could touch it because they had a man offside. Puck back in the Summit zone. Reese McCormick sending it around the wall to the far side. Comes right to James Gilmartin, who tried to clear it, was held in, but now Summit have a 2-on-1. Aiden Garner, right wing side of the station camp zone, a shot, missed the net. He had Hunter Haley to his left. Puck back in the Summit zone, passed up the far side. Garner again. Right wing side of the station camp zone, a shot gloved and held onto by Howard. 8:33 to go in the second, still 3-0 Summit. Draws to the left of Howard. Won by Summit. Elijah Selby almost lost the puck. Aiden Meyer sending it to front. Got off a shot that was stopped by Howard, and then the rebound from Scott went off of Howard. Puck held in. Hudson Halters sending it over to the left point. And a one-timer from Zach Peterson misses the net to the right of Howard. Puck out at the left point. Picked up Joey Siciliano. Siciliano into the Summit zone. Trying to go down the slot. Puck got away from him. Gets off a shot that I think Tessier may push past the net. It's out in front. And another shot, I think, missed the net to the left of Tessier. That shot came from Tommy Siciliano as Summit iced the puck. 7:53 to go in the second. They're still up 3-0. Draw is going to be to the left of Brady Tessier. Won by Station Camp, and shot from the attempt to send it in front of the net. Hit a body, went up in the air, and then Toby Mahaffey tried to shoot it to the front of the net, and that hit another body and went out. Puck back in the Station Camp zone, and Austin Gibbons is going to beat Hudson Halters to it. Then he almost fell over trying to carry it around to the far side. Clearing attempt held in by Elijah Selby. Selby gets knocked down. Puck trickles out to center. Tommy Siciliano with it. Zach Peterson falls over. Potential 2-on-0. Siciliano left circle, a shot stopped by Tessier, and the rebound is knocked away from Toby Mahaffey. Puck back in the Station Camp zone. Andrew Grooms with it. Sends it around the wall to the near side. Now Toby Mahaffey out to center. Into the Summit zone right wing. Sending it around the wall to the far side. Tommy Siciliano dropping it back behind the net. Summit player sending it around to the far side, and it hops over the stick of Aiden Kramer and out. Kramer sends it across off the near boards back into the Summit zone, picked up by Zach Peterson, who will send it back into the Station Camp end. Riley Hunter with it. Behind his own net, almost lost it. He's trying to send it over to the near boards. Mahaffey has it. Ahead to Joey Siciliano. Siciliano makes his way into the Summit zone. Oh, he whiffs in the shot. Now he gets off another shot attempt in the left circle that goes off a stick across the front of the net into the right wing corner. Zach Peterson out on the far side. Passed ahead to Gavin Smith, who tried to deflect it to the blue line. It was held in. Shot from Joey Siciliano out high, blocked. Puck is behind the net. Tommy Siciliano trying to backhand it in front. He backhanded it off the back of the net. And now the puck will be carried out by Preston Hart. Hart gets knocked down as he sends the puck into the Station Camp zone in the right wing corner. Aiden Kramer ahead to Tommy Siciliano, who deflects it out to center. Try to get it over to big brother Joey, who gives it away. And now the puck tapped towards the Station Camp net by Braden Owen, but Aiden Kramer gets to it and sweeps it away. Then Tommy Siciliano whiffs, trying to whip it around the boards. And Braden Owen actually didn't touch the puck because he was going to the bench for a change. It was held in, or Siciliano managed to whip it around the wall. Now it comes back to the far side. Cody Lightfoot in the right wing corner. Now Zach Ellis behind the net. Trying to wrap around. Oh, it went through the crease, and Cody Lightfoot whiffed on it from in front. Shot from the right half wall, and Colin Breedlove blocked. Puck sitting atop the blue line. Taken back by Tommy Siciliano, but then brought back in offside by Breedlove. Zach Ellis and Cody Lightfoot were still in the zone. 5:11 to go in the second. Still 3-0 Summit. Draw one by Summit. Here's Zach Ellis. Banking it off the inboards. Passed up to the left point. Reeve Gable back down low to Ellis. Now over to the right point. Oh, off Colin Breedlove, sticking out. He couldn't keep it in. Puck out on the far side. Sent towards the Summit zone. Picked up by Zach Ellis. Ellis into the Station Camp zone. Maneuvers to the front of the net. Gets on a backhander. Oh, he hit the post. I think he hit the outside of the post to the right of Howard. Puck comes out in front. Reeve Gable had it poked away, had it taken away. Now Jaden Robertson, right wing side of the Summit zone with a shot off the right leg pad of Brady Tessier. Puck out on the far wall. Behind the net. And there's going to be a penalty against Station Camp coming up, another one. Puck given away in front to Patrick McCarthy, but that was the whistle for the penalty call. Jaden Robertson to the box for slashing. So Summit Page back to the power play, up 3-0 with 4:11 to go in the second. Draw going to be to the left of Keaton Howard. Won by Station Camp, sent around the boards to the near side, held in by Daniel Lawrence, moves into the left circle, sends it to the front of the net. It ends up behind the net. James Gilmartin has it now, drops it back behind the net for Aiden Garner. Garner passes out to the left circle in Lawrence. Back down low to Garner, but it went past his stick blade. Kept alive by James Gilmartin. Now Lawrence on the left half wall with it. Given away to Andrew Grooms. He tries to clear, held in Jonah Ferguson at the left point. Ferguson moves into the left circle. Passes up to the blue line. Daniel Lawrence over to Aiden Garner. Garner shot in the right circle. Stopped, rebound, score! It's Gilmartin. Howard made the initial save, but James Gilmartin able to punch in the rebound. Second power play goal of the game for Summit, and they take a 4-0 lead with 3:25 to go in the second period. Trouble by Station Camp, but immediately taken away by Summit. Hunter Haley into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Tried to send it to the front of the net. Went off of Keaton Howard's right leg pad. Now he's behind the net with it, brings it out in front. Puck out on the far side. Haley gets it back. Now it ends up in the left wing corner, James Gilmartin. Passes over to one-timer, score! Hunter Haley. One-timer from the right circle into the back of the net, and that's Keaton Howard's night done. 5-0 Summit with 2:57 to go in the second. So Howard was in the net for 25 minutes and 3 seconds. He made 14 saves on 19 shots. So Carter Galeese in net now, taking over with 2:57 left in the second period. Aiden Meyer behind the Station Camp net, backhanding it up to the right point, Elijah Selby. Selby out on the far side, Meyer with it. Knocked into the boards by Austin Givens. Now behind the net, Sean Scott backhands it out in front. It's intercepted and cleared by Reese McCormick. And it ends up being an icing, even though it slowly slid down the ice. So, yeah, 25 minutes and 3 seconds. That's how long Howard was in net. .219 to go in the second. 5-0 Summit. Draw to the left of Carter Galeese, and a shot from Hudson Halters off the draw, gloved and held onto by Galeese. So that's his first save of the game. Draw will be to the left of Galeese again. Won by Summit, turned over to Station Camp. They try and clear, held in at the left point by Selby. Passed over to Halters in the slot. Halters pushed off the puck by Austin Givens. Givens passing ahead, and it goes out to center. Zach Peterson tapping it in the other direction. Aiden Meyer drops it back in his own zone. I think he was looking to give it to Zach Peterson, but Peterson moved in a different direction, so Meyer has to grab it, and he'll carry it to center. Brings it into the station camp zone, but Hudson Halters was over the blue line already. He tried to do a touch-up, but the linesman, blew the whistle on him. 95 seconds left in the second, 5-0 Summit. Draw on the dot in front of the Summit bench. Draw one by Summit. Preston Hart, right wing side of the station camp zone, tried to get it over to Braden Owen. Owen tried to put it in front. Howard missed. Here's Zach Peterson, a shot, gloved and held on to by Galise. Draw be to Galise's right. Summit won the draw. It's given away to station camp. Joey Siciliano, left wing side of the Summit zone. Gets off a shot that hits the outside of the net. Summit with it. They give it away to Tommy Siciliano. Jaden Robertson with it now. Left circle, a shot turned away by Brady Tessier. Final minute of the second. Puck taken again by Tommy Siciliano. His shot blocked. Puck out on the near side. Picked up by Braden Owen and carried to center. Owen into the station camp zone. Puck knocked away and cleared out. Picked up Jaden Robertson, 2-on-1 for station camp. Robertson, sent it to he did. Why did he not pass it to Tommy Siciliano in the slot? He sent it to the front of the net very softly, and Brady Tessier was able to push it away. Now the puck out in front, and Tommy Siciliano in the net partially open, and he missed. And now Summit iced the puck. But Jaden Robertson had Tommy Siciliano going down the slot, and instead of passing to him, he softly sent it on goal, and Brady Tessier pushed it away like he was swatting away a fly. I think if I were Joe Siciliano, I'd be having a word with him at intermission. 21.6 seconds left in the second. 5-0 Summit. Draw to the right of Tessier. Won by Summit. Carried to center, Zach Ellis. Tried to tap it over to Cody Lightfoot. Lightfoot will have to chase it into the station camp zone. Comes around to the far side, passes up to the right point. Colin Breedlove, a shot through traffic, score! It was a line drive. It rose through the air, and then as it came down to the front of the net, it ended up in the net. What a weird goal that is. Colin Breedlove has made it 6-0 with 6.3 seconds to go in the second. So that's the first goal that Carter Galise has given up. And what's the holdup here? Summit with the puck off the draw. It's in the station camp zone. That's going to be it for the second. As Summit add 4 goals to their total. And they will carry a 6-0 lead over Station Camp Liberty Creek into the third period. Ready to go for the third and final period. Brady Tessier still in goal for Summit Page. Carter Gillespie still in goal for Station Camp Liberty Creek. He took over with 2:57 left in the second after the fifth goal from Summit. This third period, Summit will carry the puck from my left to right, Station Camp from my right to left. As the puck ends up at the Station Camp zone off the draw and they ice it. Draw is going to be to the right of Gillespie. One by Station Camp. Oh, and Reeve Gable falls over at the left point as the puck came his way. A 2-on-0 potentially. Here's Patrick McCarthy. Shot in the right circles, turned away by Brady Tessier. He had Toby Mahaffey going down the slot. Now the puck comes to the right half wall, and Mason Campbell shoots it past the net. Puck held in at the left point by Andrew Grooms. Now it's in the left wing corner. Now it comes to Toby Mahaffey, past the slot, one-timer shanked by McCarthy. Here's Zach Ellis behind his own net. Tried to pass ahead, it went into the skates of McLean Gregory. Gregory, left wing corner, pushed into the boards. Back into the puck out of front, Toby Mahaffey, a shot stopped by Tessier. It's in the net! Toby Mahaffey has scored! Got it to leak through Tessier and go into the back of the net. And Station Camp Liberty Creek have scored for the first time in 3 weeks. .12:54 to go. It is 6-1 Summit Page as careless play allows Station Camp Liberty Creek to get on the board. And Summit had made a few careless mistakes that Brady Tessier's bailed them out from. They couldn't do it this time. Mark White with a shot from the right wing board. Stopped by Tessier. The rebound flipped over the net from right in front by Mason Campbell. Puck cleared out. Andrew Grooms tapped ahead. Hopped over the stick of Dylan Karanjeff. Connor Jenny now in the Summit zone, chasing the puck to the right wing corner. Given away by Jonah Ferguson to Mark White. Now here's Aiden Garner. Oh, he got tripped by White. The puck bouncing to the Station Camp Liberty Creek net. Stopped and covered up by Gillespie as Mark White goes to the box for tripping. Summit Page returned to the power play up 6-1 with 12:12 to go. Jonah Ferguson, right point, across to Daniel Lawrence, and his shot stopped and covered up by Gillespie. Before that Toby Mahaffey goal, Station Camp Liberty Creek's last goal was 3 weeks ago tonight. A power play goal by Austin Givens with just under 3 minutes left against USN. That put him up 5-4, and of course Brody Wales scored the goal that forced the game to end in a 5-5 tie as a shot from the left point was knocked up into the air by Carter Gleason. I think a Summit player knocked the net loose. And they're going to drop the puck all the way down in the Summit zone to the left of Tessier. Aiden Garner brings the puck into the Station Camp zone to the front of the net. A shot stopped by Gillespie. Passed over Daniel Lawrence. His shot in the left circle hit. Station Camp player went up in the air. And Tommy Siciliano knocks down Aiden Garner James Gilmartin in the inboards, and he's going to go to the box for it. So Tommy Siciliano off for roughing. And it'll be a 77-second 5-on-3 for Summit. 11:28 to go. They are up 6-1. Draw to the right of Galise. Elijah Selby shot in the right wing, gloved and held on to by Galise. Draws to the left of Galise. One by Station Camp, cleared down the ice. Brady Tessier out to play it, leaves it for Selby. Minute left in the 5-on-3. Selby passing up the far side to Aiden Meyer. He gives it away. Here's Mason Campbell, left wing side of the Summit zone. Passing over to the far side, intercepted by Sean Scott. Scott tried to get it ahead to Aiden Meyer. Puck ends up in the Station Camp zone. Hudson Halters tapping it to the end boards. And it's turned over, and now here is, I think, Jaden Robertson in the Summit zone. Right circle shot, went through the crease and missed the net to the right. No, it was Joyce Siciliano, went through the crease and missed the net to the right of Tessier. Here's Aiden Meyer moving into the Station Camp goal. A shot stopped by Carter Galise. Here's the rebound behind the net, put out in front, and it's going to go out to the left point, be held in by Selby. Under a minute left in the other penalty to Tommy Siciliano. Shot from the left circle, and Zach Peterson steered away by Galise. And the puck cleared down ice by Station Camp. That'll kill off the 5-on-3. 44 seconds left of the 5-on-4 for Summit. Aiden Meyer, left wing side of the Station Camp zone, gets bumped off the puck. Gavin Smith with it. And it's cleared out by the Bison. And Joyce Siciliano racing after it. He's going to beat Elijah Selby to it. Puck is at the end boards, put out in front, but knocked away by Brady Tessier. Siciliano was trying to set up McLean Gregory. Now here is a shot at the other end from Braden Owen, steered away. And now out at center with it is McLean Gregory into the Summit zone left wing side. A shot steered away by Tessier. Penalty time against Station Camp. It's up. They're back at even strength. There's Braden Owen. Banking it off the near boards. Now Braden Owen. Battling with McLean Gregory. Puck is up in the Station Camp zone. Gavin Smith sent it to the front of the net, but it was knocked down by a Station Camp stick before it could ever get to Carter Galise. A shot from the right point. Colin Breedlove stopped and covered up by Galise. 8:56 to go. Still 6-1 Summit. Draw to the left of Galise, one by Summit, and as soon as it was dropped, Zach Ellis got him a shot that Galise had to stop and cover. Drop it to his left again. Puck in the zone. Zach Ellis tried to pass it to the slot, intercepted by Patrick McCarthy, who tried to clear it, was held in. Now Cam White left the puck behind him as he was trying to move into the right circle. Toby Mahaffey, left wing side of the Summit zone. Backhands it across the front of the net, and I think McLean Gregory overskated it. Now here's Zach Ellis back in the other direction. Tried to pass ahead to Cam White. It missed him. Ends up in the Station Camp zone. Austin Givens with it. Loses it at the end boards. Cam White tried to put it in front, but it was broken up by Givens, and then given away at center to Ellis by Toby Mahaffey, and then Ellis gives it back to McLean Gregory. Ellis has made some real he's made another one. McLean Gregory with an interception, but sends it past the net. Zach Ellis has made a couple of careless mistakes in this third period. One of them led to the station camp goal. Now he's in the station camp zone. Puck him to the front of the net. It's knocked away by Galise. Now here's Zach Ellis, left circle, a shot. I don't know if Galise got a piece of it or not. It went past the net to his right. Now the puck comes back to Ellis in front, and his shot either hit the outside of the net or hit Galise. Cam White with a puck now, right circle. Pass across, score, Ellis. Fires it across to the far post, and Zach Ellis one times at home to make it 7-1 Summit with 7:30 to go. Here's Sam Wiseman into the Summit zone, sending it towards the front of the net, steered away by Brady Tessier. Puck out on the far side in the zone. Aiden Garner with it. Sam Wiseman fell over trying to go to the front of the net. Garner tried to pass ahead to Hunter Haley. It's intercepted by Mason Campbell. Daniel Lawrence back in the Summit zone, trying to get the puck off of Campbell, who got off a backhander that went past the net. Now Wiseman trying to put it right in front of the backhander, missed the net to the left of Tessier from Braden Croxford. Now back in the other direction goes Summit. Aiden Garner, left wing side of the station camp zone, puts it in front. James Gilmartin, a shot. Turned away by Galise. Puck back in the Summit end, picked up by Jonah Ferguson. Banked off the far boards. Here's Daniel Lawrence ahead to Hunter Haley, who deflects it towards the station camp zone. Sent back in the other direction by the Bison, then sent back the other way by the Spartans. Riley Hunter inside the station camp zone. Trying to pass it over to the far side. Comes to Sam Wiseman. Clears it out. Braden Croxford chasing into the Summit zone. Jonah Ferguson's going to beat him to it. Here's James Gilmartin. Back into the station camp zone, right wing side, but I think it was Aiden Garner who stepped over the blue line too quickly and draws an offside whistle. 6:05 to go, still 7-1 Summit Page. Draw on the dot right across from the station camp bench. Won by Summit. Here's Elijah Selby. Over to Zach Peterson, ahead to Sean Scott. Sean Scott with a shot gloved and held onto by Carter Galise. Draw was to the right of Galise, won by Station Camp. They managed to get it out of the zone, but leave it behind at center. Aiden Meyer brings it right back in, poked off his stick. Sean Scott brings it back in from center, gets off a shot that's kicked away by Galise. Puck out at center. Zach Peterson had it jabbed away by Joey Siciliano. Icing waved off. Siciliano catches up to it. Sends it across the front of the net. I think it may have hit Brady Tessier on its way by. Puck cleared out. Puck back in the Summit zone. Elijah Selby with it behind his own net. Lost it in his skates. Manages to get it away from Jaden Robertson. Now Aiden Meyer with it. Meyer stretches Peterson, who has it, or Hudson Halters, who has it deflect off his stick at the red line back into the station camp zone. So icing killed off. Puck cleared out. Puck back on the Summit end. Passed up the far side. Hudson Halters, who thought he was going to be called offside when he entered the station camp zone because he kind of left the puck behind him, but I guess he was onside. Tommy Siciliano now right wing side of the Summit zone. Backhands the puck out in front, intercepted by Braden Owen. Owen tried to stretch it up or pass it up the far side to Preston Hart. It misses him and goes into the station camp end for an icing. 4:06 to go. And this one's still 7-1 Summit Page. Draw going to be to the left of Tessier. Won by Summit, but given away, put in front. Connor Jenny was tied up. Then a shot from Andrew Grooms. Missed the net. Puck held in at the right point by Aiden Kramer, and we're going to have another penalty against Station Camp. Dylan Karanjeff's going to go to the box, and he smacked the boards with his stick. Called for roughing. And he's given a power play to Summit. 3:54 to go. Summit up 7-1. Draw is to the right of Galise. Summit keeping it alive at the left point. Reeve Gable passing it down the wall. Puck now behind the net, put out in front, but nobody in a white sweater was there. It's going to be carried out by McLean Gregory. McLean Gregory, left wing side of the Summit zone, passes it over. Toby Mahaffey, left circle, a shot. Stopped. Gloved and held on to. Actually, not gloved and held on to. Brady Tessier kept it in front of his knees. Draw will be to his right. Won by Station Camp. Austin give it shot out high. Stopped by Tessier. Trying to cover up the rebound, and he's got it covered. Draw is going to be to Tessier's right again. Draw one by Station Camp and a shot from Mark White. Steered away by Tessier. Puck leaks out to center. Hunter Haley, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Now Haley, right circle, nice maneuver, a shot, stop by Galise. Rebound, nice stop by Galise, but it's in the net. I think Zach Peterson may have punched it in. Is that Peterson or is that Halters? It's Hudson Halters, the far post. So Summit convert the power play, go up 8-1, 2:56 to go. And that'll have us on the running clock. Draw one by Station Camp. Now Joey Siciliano with a puck in the Summit zone. Daniel Lawrence jumps in front of him. Puck behind the net. Lawrence banks it off the far board. It's going to be held into the right point and sent back down low by Riley Hunter. Lawrence with it. Backhands it to the near side this time, and Sean Scott tried to clear it out, and it hit Joey Siciliano, stayed in the zone. Now Hunter Haley with it inside the Summit end. Passes ahead to Sean Scott. Now the puck trickles into the Station Camp zone. Going to be carried out by Hunter. Riley Hunter dumps it into the Summit zone. Puck back in the Station Camp end. Tommy Siciliano with it. Knocked away from him. There's Hunter Haley. Gives it away. Joey Siciliano with it. Fires it around the wall and out. Jonah Ferguson banks it off the far wall to center. Sam Wiseman backhands it back in. Summit clear. Austin Givens with it. Passing it up the near side. This could be an icing against Station Camp. Nope. They wave it off. Final minute of the game. Sean Scott carries the puck out of his own zone and backhands it between the legs. A backhanded between the legs pass to Preston Hart. Now here's Braden Croxford back in the Summit zone. Right circle, a shot stopped by Tessier. Rebound cleared away. Austin Givens holds it in, sends it down the right wing boards. Zach Peterson behind the net. Over to Preston Hart, under 30 seconds to go. Puck cleared out. Here's Givens. Over to Croxford. Back to Givens inside the Station Camp zone. And Givens through center into the Summit end, taking a shot over the net. Reese McCormick will hold it in at the right point. Tried to pass it down, didn't get enough juice on it. Passes down to Braden Croxford, who's tied up. Put the puck in front, and a shot stopped and held onto by Tessier, and that's it. Summit Page playing just their second game of the season, playing for the first time in 3 weeks. Shake off the rust and get a comfortable 8-1 win over Station Camp Liberty Creek, who now have 3 losses and a tie, and at this point, you can pencil them into staying in Tier 2 for the rest of the regular season and playing in the Henry Hine Cup come late next winter or midwinter in the postseason. Big win for Summit Page. Let me just enter this in the GNASH Scores Twitter. Now let me retweet it on the MTSN Twitter. All right, so the goal scorers in this one, Toby Mahaffey scored the only goal of the game for Station Camp. Again, their first goal in 3 weeks. Scoring for Summit Page, I think Hunter Haley had 2. Cam White of the first one. Cody Lightfoot of the second. James Gilmartin had 1 in the second. Zach Ellis third. Hudson Halters had the last goal. Hunter Haley had 2. I think Hunter Haley had 2. Colin Breedlove had the other. So Hunter Haley will be player of the game with 2 goals in this one as Summit Page win 8-1. And that is the night in GNASH done, as there were just 2 games this evening. A 4-4 tie between Hendersonville Beach Gallatin and Centennial. And just now Summit Page beating Station Camp Liberty Creek 8-1. So, here are the standings with tonight's games in the books. Tier 1, Franklin at 4-0. MBA, Montgomery Bell at 3-0. Father Ryan 2-0. Mount Juliet, Wilson Central, Green Hill, and Ravenwood both 1-2. Pope Prep MLK GCA 1-3. Rutherford Rampage 0-2. And Brentwood at the bottom of Tier 1 at 0-3. On to Tier 2 now. Ensworth, Nolensville, Lipscomb at 3-0. USNBA, Nashville Christian 2-0-1, 2 wins and a tie. Summit Page now go into third at 2-0. Even though they and Hendersonville both have 4 points, Hendersonville have 1 win to the Summit's 2. Hendersonville with 4 points from 1 win and 2 ties. Tennessee Outlaws with a win and a tie. But Hendersonville Beach also have a loss. Centennial and Station Camp Liberty Creek now both 0-2-1, 2 losses and a tie. Centennial have a better goal difference, -5 to -8, and Independence Ravenwood 2 at the bottom of Tier 2 at 0-3. So here is the schedule for the rest of this week. Wednesday night, action gets started at 7:10. Outlaws taking on Centennial. North Rink at Fort Ice Center in Antioch. Father Ryan against Brentwood. That'll be our game. 7:30 puck drop. 7:25 pregame. 8:15 in the South Rink at Antioch. Station Camp Liberty Creek taking on Independence Ravenwood 2. 8:30 on Rink B at Centennial. Hendersonville Beach Gallatin taking on Summit Page. And 8:40 on Rink A at Centennial. Mount Juliet, Wilson Central, Green Hill taking on MBA. Again, if MBA win, then they and Franklin will claim places in Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season and Predators Cup berths for the postseason. Then Friday night, 2 games, both on Rink B at Centennial. 6:30, Rutherford Rampage taking on Pope. We'll have that game for you. 6:25 pregame. And then 8 o'clock, Father Ryan taking on MBA. 7:55 pregame for that one. So that is it for night 1 of week 4, the 2023-2024 GNASH season. A comfortable 8-1 win for Greg Sowers and Summit Page over Station Camp Liberty Creek as they finally get back on the ice after a 3-week layoff and move to 2-0 on this fledgling GNASH season. Thank you all so very much for listening. I am Michael Hackney. Good night, everybody, from Bellevue. Talk to you Wednesday from Antioch for Father Ryan against Brentwood. Again, the final score tonight, Summit Page 8, Station Camp Liberty Creek 1. Good night from Bellevue.